So I'm going to start this by saying that this deck is slightly different than the one that you're going to see in-game. I took out the Imprisoned Vile Fiend because a couple of reasons. One, it was low mana cost, so evolving it wasn't super good. And two, its efficiency, its stat efficiency was really good, and I didn't actually want to evolve this card a lot of the time, right? Henchclan Hogstead, on the other hand, is faster, so it's actually better at dealing with the early aggro decks and killing all the 2 health minions, like the Demon Hunter 4-2, and the 2-2, and the 2-1, and the 3-2 that can become a 4-2 rush. All of those 2 health minions can be immediately dealt with the Hogstead. That helps you a lot, actually. And it leaves you with a minion on the board that he either A, deals with, or B, leaves on the board and then you transform. So either way, it buys you a little bit of time, or you're able to capitalize on it. I think that this card is much better than the Vile Fiend, and before this change, the deck was a 45% win rate. I think it was about 4 and 5. And I think after this, it'll definitely be about a 50% win rate deck. I think that it has potential, but I do think that in order for this deck to work, things need to go right. Like, okay, obviously that makes sense with a lot of decks, but a lot of other decks have, like, outs, you know, like alternate win conditions or good late game, or other good tempo plays are like, okay, if you miss a turn, you can maybe regain tempo the following turn. This deck is not really the case. Like, you either miss the turn where you could pop off, or you miss the curve and you don't have a full board when you want to evolve stuff, or alternatively, you set up and on turn like 6 or 7, you get a pretty decent board by playing a couple of things in conjunction with each other and using that. Like turn 6 is a good comeback turn with the Desert Hare and the Clacker. So you have either a surprise play turn 6, or you have good curve that really pops off turn like 5 and 6 just in general. And overall, it works, but it needs to have good setup. And because Evolve is very RNG heavy, you can also low roll a lot, which means that this deck, even when it's consistent, is moderately inconsistent. I put in some extra card draw with Farsight and Manatide Totem though, so later game you can maybe draw for your later game cards and get some value that way. And the Mogu Flesh Shaper is not as much of an early game cheese thing, but more of a mid game cheese thing when you get a couple of minions out on the board. It's moderately decent, I would say. It's no longer ridiculously insane, but I would say that it is at least good. If you want to take it out, though, because you think it's a bit expensive, I don't blame you. I've actually considered it myself, and it's really up to you. But overall, the deck functions pretty well. Ideally, the curve is, I guess, Hogstead into pretty much nothing, maybe a Farsight or a Manatide Totem for a little bit of card draw. Turn 4, Devoted Maniac. Turn 5, Knuckles with Dread Corsair. Turn 6, Desert Hare with Clacker, and then you hit a second time with the Knuckles to get an insanely strong board, and then close out the game with Galakrond or the Flesh Shaper if you are able to. So that's pretty much it on the deck in terms of question of the day. Who is interested in another tournament? I don't think I'm going to do it this month, actually, because I have a lot of midterms and stuff, but if I do, it'll be at the end of the month. But if you're interested, please tell me in the comments below. I want to hear all of your thoughts and things I could do better from the last one. And yeah, I want to hear your feedback. Hope you guys enjoy. Hello, YouTube. For those of you who aren't watching on the stream, obviously, feel free to. The link is in the description, and basically I'm going to be streaming every single night from 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. or a.m. midnight. And yeah, it's basically what I'm going to be doing. I changed the time because I need to work out a little bit more, and working out and pushing that off till the nighttime was just not very effective, if that makes sense, right? I kind of just pushed it off, and then eventually was like, I don't need to work out at all, and that's kind of how it went. But this way, I'm able to do some things. I'm able to work out in the morning and then do this. So anyway, the stream will be at 9 p.m. and on. I might start a little bit earlier, though, depending on how fast they get like homework done and stuff. And for those of you who tune into the stream, at the end, I'll be doing pack giveaways, so check in. And you have to stay in for, like, you have to have been here for, like, 30 minutes for it to actually work out. But, yes. I already went on my Demon Hunter nerf rant. I'm not going to go on it again, I promise. I'm going to coin this out. I'm going to hit next. I'm going to play this, hit next turn. Everything is going to be stronger. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. But it's okay. Demon Hunter is their newborn. They don't want to hurt their baby. I mean, I guess that makes sense. And they're trying to slowly nerf it down. In the next couple of weeks, they might nerf things correctly to a position where Demon Hunter won't still be the highest win rate class in the game. And maybe they won't nerf its biggest counter by nerfing the thing that made it a counter. Sorry. I'm cool. I'm chill. I'm not upset. I promise. 100%. I'm good with this. Honestly, if he's not going to do anything and wipe my board, I'm just going to keep flooding. And then have an insane play next turn. Instead of Metamorphosis, the legendary should have been Skull of Gul'dan. That card is the real problem. If you're implying that Metamorphosis, or if you're implying, yeah, that Metamorphosis shouldn't be a legendary, then you have lost your marbles, my dude, because it definitely needs to be. I get to play this, which means I get to play this, hit with all of these into his face, and then super mega high roll, baby. Let's get it. That was so bad. I mean, that was okay, I guess. But, like, holy moly, that was actually not very good at all. 2 drop to 3. This is an awful 5. Holy moly. Fine 5. That's not good at all. That's not good at all. This was such a low roll. Oh my god.
Let's see.
That was awful. I mean, I do get another one. I do get to transform again. But it's okay. It wasn't awful. I'm exaggerating a little bit. But it definitely was not good. It was definitely below average. But it wasn't like god awful. You know? It was okay. I'll take it. He's cycling through. He's trying to trade in, limit my options. That makes sense. That's pretty smart, honestly. I'm going to play Corrupt Elementalist next turn, I feel like. Value, trade in a couple of times. And then just pop off. Like, boom, boom, boom. Totally flood the board. Trade in. And then hit and transform everything. This board, this has to be good, okay? Please tell me this is good. That's good. Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh, and it gave me another one. Oh my god, this is so strong. What does he even do? Anything that takes damage, I'll just evolve again with the clacker. Oh my god, this is too strong. Like, sure, you're about to develop a huge board with Kael'thas right now. And you're about to, like, reverse sweep me. But who cares, man? This was so good. Oh god. Who am I even kidding? This is so much better for him. He's it's okay though. The nerf pact, cause it's single target removal, 0 mana. It's insane. It's White Presence of Fury for 0 mana, which is huge. Insane tempo swing, for instance. The nerf is fair enough. It's 0 mana removal and heal. That's why it was a good nerf. I disagree. I strongly disagree with that. I think it really only nerfed the Demon Hunter matchup, and I feel like it was overkill. And I feel like what they should have done was they should have made it cost some mana. But I don't think that they should have done it the way that they did. I think that the way that they did that was a little bit silly. I need to use him to kill that. So hit, hit. And then I get to evolve these two. And then trade in. Actually, not bad. Awful. Holy moly, that's bad. But I can't kill off any of my other minions here, so that's a little bit of a shame. And then kill this off. And pass. And then that gets me nothing. That gets me a cool dragon, at least. And then I get a couple more transforms, so it's fine. But anyway, back on the topic of the nerfs. I do think Sacrificial Pact needed a nerf. I just think that the nerf that they did was absolutely devastating. And you can just tell by the fact that it lost 4.5 to 5% win rate from that one nerf alone. Like, Warlock was specifically designed to beat Demon Hunter. It was the only deck, really, that was keeping Demon Hunter in check at the time. And they nerfed it into the ground by nerfing its best counter. Like, they could have done it differently. And I think they should have done it differently. But alas, they did not. They should have made it cost one mana or something, so that way it's not just free healing. So that way if you do have to use it defensively, it's not great, but if you have to use it offensively, it's still very efficient. I feel like that would have been really, really good, but, you know, I'm not on the balance team, so what do I know? 4 mana, pretty high value though. I think I want to transform these two. I get to kill pretty much everything off first. One sec. Kill, kill, and then trade these two things in. I'm pretty sure I didn't just have lethal there. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking about the nerf, which was my bad. And then trade these two things in, transform these, make him an 8 cost card. Hopefully he's great. Hopefully he's super good. That's pretty strong. That's kind of weak, but not the end of the world, and we'll just pass from there. But again, I'm not saying that it didn't need a nerf. I'm saying that it needed a different nerf. I just searched, and the Highlander team is from the movie with the same name. What? What are we talking about? Oh. There can only be one? Oh, interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 14. That's lethal, right? I'm not stupid. You jabbering junkie. Yeah, I did my math right. Perfect. Super good high roll. We had some good conversations about the nerf. I can continue talking about this if you want. If you want me to drop it, just tell me in the chat. And yeah, let's jump into the next one. Okay, so for those of you who have made it this far, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And you might be wondering, why? Well, let me explain to you why. If I get to 100 likes and 50 comments on a given video, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be giving away free coaching to one person. And it has to be 50 unique comments, by the way. I've had people, one person, post like 10 comments and be like, we got like 30 guys. No, 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 no. It's not how it works. Okay? It's not how it works. How it works is, it has to be unique comments, and I have a way of tracking that. Ambush, that's fine. I'll be able to deal with that well enough in like a turn or two, so it's fine with Devoted Maniac. Oh, that's still fine. Kael'thas also needed another type of nerf. Playing cards for 0 mana is something crazy and not controlled, and Demon Hunter is proof. True, I actually agree with that. That's such a good 2-drop for him to have gotten there. That's kind of tilting, I'm going to be honest with you, but not important. I can't just do nothing this turn, so I'm going to coin out Devoted Maniac and kill off the Poisonous. I do also believe that. I think Kael'thas, rather than having his mana increased by 1, which literally does nothing. Like, that nerf essentially does nothing because Druid's cards become free at 7 mana anyway. They should have made the other card cost 1 mana or something, right? So that way, the nerf of Kael'thas being 1 mana would have still done something, but it would have made it harder to combo. Like, it would have made it overall cost 1 more mana in the end, right? I don't know what I want here, but I know that what I want is not what I have in my hand. Kill this off. He lives. We pass. This goes off. I play Kronks, I guess, and then I try to, like, ramp. If I can draw the Knuckles, I'm in good shape. If I don't draw the Knuckles, then my Dread Corsairs are high-key dead draws. But it's okay. I high-rolled in one of my other games. This deck is not even just low-key hit or miss. It is high-key hit or miss. And sometimes you just miss. What about throwing Siamat and a Highlander Hunter instead of Dragon Queen Alexstrasza? Por qué no los dos? Why not have both of them? I feel like you could definitely run both of those cards in the deck, and it would be very strong. Bamboozle? It's not Bamboozle, it's Dirty Tricks? That's sick. Cool. I'm going to hold on to this, though, because I do want to save this potentially. Have a good rest of my stream. Good night, Nice. Nice Prophet. I hope you have a good sleep. I'm assuming that's where you're going to sleep or work, depending on where you are, if you're like in Europe or something. We've both invoked twice. Galakron is leveled up 1 time for each of us. But yeah, I think I have Siamat in my deck, right? I'm 95% sure of this. In my version of Highlander? No, yeah, in my version of Highlander Hunter, I also have Siamat. So I don't know what to say, man. One more invoke, poor favor. Do I kill that? I don't want it to keep getting bigger, and at this point I already have a decent amount of mana, so I'll just do that, and then hero power, get some extra value. Did he have any more lackeys? Should I have killed that? Oh no, he would have been able to generate more lackeys anyway, it's fine. Okay. A little lame, but not the end of the world, I guess. Next turn's gonna be Desert Hair with the Cackler. I think, probably. Farsight's not bad, but I don't want that. So I'm gonna go Desert Hair. Clacker. What did I say it was? Cackler? That was not correct. And then hero power. An Albatross. Albatross isn't bad at all, considering he's not going Highlander. But it'll still put cheap things in his deck, which is good for me. Be right back. Oriso, where you going, dude? Unacceptable. Don't leave. Oh, God. Drawing 4 cards for free is balanced. If you do not have Highlander cards, you should not play those decks. That's true, though. I actually agree with that. If you do not have the Highlander cards, going back to the Tiamat topic, if you don't have Dragon Queen Alexstrasza, don't play Highlander. It's that simple. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying, like, you kind of need it. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you going to oh, you're going to eviscerate and put things into your deck. Okay, that's cool. Another eviscerate? He's got some free cards. Oh, you suck so much. You're honestly just a bad person. Oh, and he kills the hair, yeah. And then he kills the other hair in my deck. And then he shadow steps. Dude, look at that value. Look at that free flick. Imagine getting flick for free. Balanced. That is a 2020 Edwin. Where's the counterplay? Honest question. Where is it? This is useless. That's literally just game. That is literally lethal. And there's nothing I can do. Like, what? I mean, what am I supposed to do against a 2020 that he played for free? Because he got Flick for free, he got a Devoted Maniac for free, he had Edwin for free, and he drew an Eviscerate for free. Like, dear Lord, man. Insane. But I'm gonna let him hit him. I'm gonna let him hit me. Right? 20 damage, that's pretty satisfying to get off. Like, I know that when I get a big Frothing Berserker, I would like to be able to hit with my 29 and 2 Frothing Berserker. And when the opponent concedes, it infuriates me, right? But if he's just not gonna attack and be a jerk about it, then I regret this decision immensely. Technically, I could have lived, I think. I could have just played both Dread Corsairs for full cost and traded in, and I would have technically lit. No, wait, I needed to play the rush minions to kill his other minions so I didn't die. I don't know. Dude, the fact that Edwin wasn't nerfed or Hall of Famed is crazy. I thought for sure Edwin was going to be Hall of Famed. I was like, if I can think of the 2 most likely cards to be Hall of Famed, it's Leroy and Edwin. And Edwin was not, and that blows my mind. They didn't even, like, talk about him. I feel like they should have at least, like, addressed him in some way. Did he disconnect? My dude! My man! Hello? Wait a minute. I don't have to die. I mean, I will take it. I should have lost. But, this is why you never concede, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes. Ah, man, it was next level BM, wasn't it? Gosh darn it. It was just next level BM. I'm gonna be honest. This guy's a dick. But whatever. Like, he should have just ended the game there. He gave me hope. There was no reason to do that. There's no reason to waste the extra, like, minute and a half. But it's okay, whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed, though. This deck is fun. It can pop off, but other times, if you don't get some of your significant win conditions, like the Knuckles, or if you're playing against a Galakron Rogue, and they get 6 plus 4, 13... 15 mana value for free and get to draw 4 cards and get a 5/2 weapon. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. But honestly, I think that this deck is definitely good. Like, it's pretty cheap too. You only really need Galakron and Kronks. So if you want a cheap deck that's at least decent in terms of win rate with it, me personally, I am I'm 4 and 5 with it. To be fair, that's not awful. Like, that's not great. It's a small sample size. I'd say this deck is about a 50% win rate deck. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. See ya.